Hey y'all, it's your girl Damo, and today I'm back with another video. Today we will be talking about just a few tips to help those who are starting or new makeup artists. Let's put it like that. People who have just started doing makeup and they're trying to figure out how to navigate things a little bit. So I just figured I would give y'all a few things that I found were very useful and important on this makeup journey thus far. Number one, and these are not in like any type of order, just what came to my mind that was important. So number one is investing in a good website or a booking site. A lot of times, people do the inbox me and all that stuff. And I mean, what works for you will work for you. But I find that having my website and my booking site is just very clear, concise, and easy one-stop shop for potential clients to come see all my work and then booking an appointment. All my prices are there. And of course, there's going to be those people that ask, questions. But for the most part, everything is there on the website. They can go look for themselves. And they don't, because I know some people don't like asking questions, so they don't have to feel like they're burdening me. Burdening me? Yeah. Or, it's easy right there. Boom. beautybydom.com. All your questions can be answered rather than feeling like you're going to bother me when you need to ask questions. And I just feel like it's also organized. It's, you don't want to have to do all the extra stuff. Here's some pictures. You can go look on my site. All my pictures are there. Everything. So I feel like that's why it's good to invest in a website early on. People may think it's expensive and it's pricey, and in the grand scheme of things, it's really not. You don't really have to go pay somebody to do your website if you're now starting off. Like, in these 5 years of doing makeup, I haven't paid anybody to do my website. I started off with just creating a basic site on Squarespace, and my brother, he tweaked it for me, and that's how my website looks currently. But I just used Squarespace, chose a template, and fixed it to my needs and my desires. And luckily with Squarespace, I'm able to get a scheduling site, so they work with Acuity, and I get an account for free with them. 2-for-1 pricing, and I believe I pay around $20 something or so. I might pay a little bit more because I do have the commerce site as well. But if you have like a regular website, it's like $20 a month. You really can't beat that, especially if you are planning on having consistent clientele. You're gonna make that back. So it's better off that you invest in that, and that will help you. That's one of the things that will help you to get a pro discount, which is tip number 2, is apply for pro discounts. We know as a makeup artist, when starting out, you have to get a kit. You have to get foundations for all skin tones. You have to get palettes. You have to get blush, contour, whatever, skin prep. And it's not cheap. Like, certain things you don't really want to cut corners with. So to help you out with that, you get a pro discount. You apply, sign up for pro discounts. Not every company will have that as an option, but the good companies, they do. Aside from like other companies who always have sales or whatever, but if you can apply for one, like NARS was the first one that I got, and legit, all I needed for NARS was a website, and maybe that's it. Like, I believe that's it. Like, theirs is really simple. Like, you need it, it's not hard. Mac was a little harder for me. That took me a good amount of tries. But having a website helped me out with that pro discount, and I get 30% off, and at the end of the year you get 40% off. Imagine having to spend $40 on 10 different foundation shades. That's $400. Nobody wants to do that. Okay, depending on the foundations that you like and certain products that you like that are holy grails, if you can get a discount, sign up for it, because even though it may not seem like it's taking off a whole lot of money, trust me, you see it when you get that total price, and it's way less than what it could have been. So yeah, sign up for pro discounts. Different companies do require different things, but for the most part, it's not anything outlandish. A lot of times they'll have different tiers. It helps. It really helps. And a lot of people don't know that companies have pro discounts. But now you know. Whoever's watching, y'all know. And that will really help you out when it comes to building your... And speaking of... Well, this kind of relates to pro discounts. But... Oh, hold up. Let's just go back real quick. Sign up for pro discounts on companies like friends.com and Camera Ready Cosmetics. They're not like a specific makeup company, but they do sell different brands of makeup. And some companies, like where you may not get a pro discount on their own website, if Camera Ready has that, or Camera Ready or Friends has that product, you get a discount on that. That helps you out. That helps you out. And now I'm going to go into my third tip, which is when you're starting out, try to start out with palettes. That helps you save a lot of money. A lot of like consumer brands don't have foundation palettes, or foundation palettes, but a lot of pro brands do. We know foundations are really gonna be the thing that we spend a bulk of our money on, because if you don't have a good foundation and the skin is not looking right, it just basically throws off the whole look. Like, skin is important when it comes to your client. So you want to invest in a good foundation. Drugstore foundation is good, but they're getting a little pricey. So, like, even just trying to buy, like, different shades and all that, it's going to add up. So, buying foundation palettes, a lot of times it'll cost around $60 to $80. At least the Ben I one I had cost around that much. You get 12 different shades, and you can always mix foundations. They have a darker one and a lighter palette. So essentially you're paying, if you were to get both, you're paying about $120 for 24 foundations, and they are refillable. The pans are probably about $5 to $8, and if you have a pro discount, that'll knock some money off. How could you even beat that? And of course, there's a learning curve in a way, because those foundations are cream foundations. But when I tell you, you're getting great quality, you're not spending as much money. Like, how could you really beat that, especially when you're starting out? Because I know a lot of times it's a lot. And like, just buying foundations, blush, all this good stuff, we want to make sure we have good things in our kit. So that discount, that pro discount, is going to help you out with buying the palette. That will save you some money instead of buying a whole bunch of single foundations and spending a bunch of money. And of course, as time goes on, you can invest in different foundations, but when you start out, palettes are really going to help you out. And then when you go travel as well, if you do end up traveling to clients, it helps your traveling experience so much better, because you're not walking around with 10 glass bottles of foundation. It just unnecessary unnecessary load that you have to carry. Just doesn't make any sense. So palettes are really the way to go, and you could always palettes are the way to go. That's it. Tip number 4, knowing your target market is, let me tell you, that saves you a lot of stress, a lot of low-key heartache. When you know your target market, one thing that you will know is how to price your services. If you want to target more younger college kids, high schoolers, you're not going to charge $200 for a face, because are they going to come to you? No. Most high schoolers don't have a job. Most college students are struggling. Okay, so to spend that much money on a face, they're not going to want to do that. And of course there are exceptions, but for the most part, you're dealing with people who don't want to spend that. So you will know how to charge accordingly, so that you can bring in those clientele, and those clientele will draw to you. If you want to attract middle-aged clients, people who are working, you'll probably be able to get away with that $100 and $200 a face plus tip, and those people are going to flock to you. Know your target market, and that also ties in with knowing what types of looks to market. A lot of business people, everyday working adults, are not going to want cut crease. Now some may, but a lot don't care for that. Why would you even do cut creases and try to attract those people? They're not going to come to you, and you're going to be stuck and wondering, why am I not getting the clientele? It's because that's not what they're looking for. Now, if you want to attract the younger crowd, those cut creases and glitter looks, you're going to get an influx. And of course, it's not guaranteed, because there's older people that want the cut crease and glitter. Will it happen as often? Maybe not. The younger crowd is going to want that. So it's always good to know who you want to attract, because you'll be able to perfect the type of look to get those people, and you'll have the right pricing as well. A lot of celebrities don't really do the cut creases, so they do the more clean look. So if you want to go into that part of makeup, celebrity clientele, you got to get those clean looks together, or the softer looks. So just keep that in mind when it comes to perfecting your artistry, getting together your service pricing and all of that, because if you don't, you will be discouraged. Knowing what you want and having that target is going to help you out a great deal. I promise you. It'll make your life a lot easier as well. Last but not least, tip number 5. Be consistent and always practice. I feel like a lot of times when you get to a certain point in your artistry, you feel like, I got it. Why do I need to keep practicing? Wrong. Having that mindset, it's not going to get you far at all. We may think we're great at what we do, but there's always going to be things that we should work on, or just keep doing, so that we don't lose that. I know when I first started, I thought it was amazing. Okay, I thought it was so good. But then I'm looking back and I'm just like, ooh, Dominique. Like, people was really, it was like, you wasn't all that good. And I'm here like, please, watch who you talking to. But now I know, like, it wasn't good. And I realized that. And you know what I did? I picked up my brushes and then I went and practiced. I practiced so that I could get better, so that people don't try and read me and try to tell me that my work is not good. Because now, if you did, I know you're lying. But no, seriously. Like, once you practice, once you keep practicing, and once you are consistent, people see that. People look at that. People see your growth. And that draws them to you as an artist and as a person, because they see that you're willing to work hard for what you want. And just as an artist, you always want to continue to grow. There's always new trends. There's always new things to try. There's always a technique that you probably want to like switch. Before, I was doing brows first. Now I do brows last. And it just makes my artistry flow easier. I love the look. And of course, it's different for everybody, but now I'm able to do it like this. I can't even snap. But it just comes as a second nature to me now, because I've practiced and I've, you know, just kept it going. Don't be afraid to ask people to come over and do a face. Just work on things that you may think you're having problems with, or even try new things that you don't necessarily get to try on clients. Because then, and then you could record it and you have more content. There you go. You're practicing new skills and you have more content so that you can put out there. So people see that you're working. And when people see that you're working and your work is dope, what they're going to do? They're going to book you. They're going to want to book you. I kid you not. And of course, I'm not where I want to be clientele-wise, but it's been a huge improvement. And I'm so grateful, because even in this time of COVID, like, I was booked. Before, I would go weekends with not having clientele. Now, my weekends, and I don't like doing like more than 5 faces a day. Like, no. And on top of working my regular everyday job. No. So, like, when my weekends are booked, I'm like, ooh, I love this. Like, I'm so happy. And I feel like part of it is because I was constantly working and just constantly trying to grow as an artist. If I look at my work from then versus now, it's like, yo, Dominique, what? Like, I'm so happy with my artistry. There's rarely any days where I'm like, dang, this face was not good. Like, so, and that's because I've learned techniques to help me out. I've learned different tricks to make that finish flawless. And that's that. Practice may not make perfect, but it makes permanent. And just push yourself, because even on during those times where business is slow, practice. Bring someone over and it can look like you're doing work. Looks like you have clientele. Even though you don't, it's okay. Don't worry about product being wasted, because when those clients start coming in, you won't even think about that, because you're going to make that money back to buy that product that you wasted. And you didn't even waste it, because you're growing and you're learning. And what's better than that? So those are my few tips for those wanting to start to venture out in the makeup business, artistry. I hope you all picked up a thing or two. You put them in your back pocket to remember. And I just really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was makeup related, but it was just me chatting a lot. But I really hope you gained something. If you did, just leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, and we could chat it up in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. and share it with all those people that you know who may be new to this and want to be true to this. Okay? So until next time, later.